Hey everyone, Tyler here. This video is going to be on how to add distance. So anyways, with these Facebook Live videos, just a little bit of housekeeping to take care of. With these live videos, if you enjoy watching them, you can, I think there's a pop-up that pops up. If you can just hit yes, I'd like to receive a notification when Tyler, me, does a live video. You don't have to watch it, but if you do enjoy my videos and you feel like you're getting something out of them, just click yes, you want to get that notification, and that way when I do a live video, you'll get notified, and you can pop in and watch the video. And if you have any questions, whether they're related to the video or not, the topic of the video or not, you can go ahead and ask them, and I'm always happy to answer those questions. So this video is going to be on how to add distance, right? So as we get older, we lose distance, right? Most people lose distance. So how do we go about making sure that we can kind of counter that loss of distance, and in some instances even add distance to your game, right? How do we go about doing that? Well, there's some easy things to do, right? So the first thing that I would tell everyone is, I wouldn't tell you, I'd ask you, are you playing the right golf ball for you? If your main goal is to get more distance, then playing a golf ball that flies far enough, or that goes farther, could be a real benefit to you. So, like down here on the ground, I have several different golf balls. So I have a TaylorMade TP5. I have a Srixon. Let me check behind the camera. I don't want to get this wrong because these are great golf balls. I have a Srixon Star VX. Those are great. I got a Pro V1X. I got a Bridgestone B330. I got a TaylorMade TP5X. And I got a last year's TaylorMade, that's TP5. I got last year's golf ball, a Tour Preferred X, or 2 years ago golf ball. So I got a bunch of different golf balls here. So an easy way to figure out is, that if the golf ball is right for you or flying far enough for you, is to hit them. And if you know someone that has a room like this, you can hit some shots in there. So this is an 8-iron. And so what we'll do is we'll hit a couple of shots with the 8-iron with each of these golf balls, and we can kind of compare them. All right? So that one was a weird one. See that spin rate on that one? 13,000. So I think that was a double read on the spin. Yeah, same thing there. 11, that was 12,000. There we go. Finally got one to work out okay. So there's that one. See the Srixon. We'll see where this one goes. That was it really good. We'll try out the Titleist. really good. Yeah. Yeah. We'll switch over here to the TaylorMade TP5X. And lastly, let's hit a Bridgestone Tour B330. So there's a bunch of shots, right? So you had a couple warm-ups and then we rocked and rolled, right? So I'm gonna take the camera, bring it over here to the TV monitor. So as you can see, the TP5 went 193 with a 90 mile an hour club head speed. The next one was the Srixon golf ball. Went 188 with virtually the same same club head speed. Ball speed jumped up. Spin rate, as you can see, the spin rate was considerably higher, 1,300 RPMs more. And then the next one was the Titleist, which felt awesome. So 91 mile an hour club head speed, ball speed 123.6, and that spun almost 4,500 RPMs. And then I went to the TP5X. It went 187, didn't hit that as good. As you can see, the ball speed went down a little bit. And then the last one was the Bridgestone 4,451. So if you look at that right there, right? I definitely play. I play the TP5 golf ball. And it's a little odd that it had the least amount of spin with the 8-iron there. But I don't normally find that true on the golf course. But as you can see there, the golf balls all went a different distance. And through a little bit more in-depth testing, you could figure out which golf balls would mesh well with your game really quickly. You know, you could pretty much like hit a couple balls. You're gonna feel how the golf ball, how the golf ball feels really quickly. And you're like, all right, I don't like how this one feels, or I love how this one feels. And that's gonna give you a good starting point moving forward. Jim asked, why I see you only using a 3/4 swing. That's my swing. That's a little farther it goes back. So you don't have to have a full turn to hit the crap out of the golf ball. As you can see there, my club head speeds are all pretty solid with 8-irons. So yeah, 3/4 swing's all I got. That's just how I've always been. It's been like that for at least the last decade. So thanks for the question, Jim. But yeah, so initially, I would tell you, hey, let's do some golf ball testing, right? And so as you can see, I got some golf ball data, and off of those quick results, you'd be able to say, all right, this is what the golf balls do. And if you see any anomalies, or you want to say, hey, like this golf ball went the farthest, like the TP5 went the farthest for me, I could say, I'm going to hit a couple more of those, right? So if I grab the TP5 out of here, I could say, I'm going to hit a couple more of these and see, hey, what's it do? Maybe that spin number was a little bit low or a little bit high. And so we'll just set up and hit a couple more of these. And I'll tell you, that one felt perfect. And so that one went 194 in the air, 43.78. Okay, so maybe that initial spin number was a little bit low. It was just a little off on the read. But 91.1 miles an hour club head speed, 194 in the air. This is with an 8-iron, by the way. And just so you know, I'm not lying. It's an 8-iron. That's a legit 8-iron. And you saw the ball flight, dead straight. You look at all my numbers. Everything looks pretty stellar. And so 194 with 43.78 on the spin. That's awesome, right? 91.1 mile an hour club head speed. So if we compare that club head speed to the Pro V1X golf ball, Pro V1X right here. So I hit this one was perfect. And so that one, the Pro V1X went 188 at this is the exact same spin rate, but the ball speed with the TaylorMade was 3 miles an hour faster. That's insane. And the spin rates were within 120 RPMs of each other. So virtually the same. I mean, granted, the golf ball's staying in the air 6.5 seconds. So, you know, we're talking about RPMs of like, over those 6.5 seconds of what? 7 RPMs of spin difference? So like virtually, that's nothing, right? That's 7 revolutions of the golf ball. So nothing. So we hit the TaylorMade golf ball. We'll see how that goes again. Yeah, I hit that great. Absolutely great. Yeah, 186, that flew. So we know, just off of this initial round of testing, in this room right here, yeah, 91.6. We know that if you put the Titleist Pro V1X and the TaylorMade TP5 head-to-head, the TP5 golf ball flies farther. It flies 8 yards farther. 8 yards. That's huge, right? 8 yards. 8 yards is massive. Golf ball to golf ball, 8 yards. You know, that's 90, I mean, yeah, 8 yards. So, I mean, just by doing, I mean, how long did this video go for? How long are we recording for right now? What, 6, 7 minutes? I'm sorry, it doesn't tell me how long we've recorded for. Anyway, so like 6, 7 minutes. 6, 7 minutes. Making a golf ball change got you 8 yards. And the TP5 golf ball is cheaper in stores than the Pro V1X. Don't get me wrong, that Pro V1X golf ball, awesome golf ball. Probably golf ball to golf ball, Titleist golf balls are probably some of the most consistent on the market. Meaning you pull one out, it's going to be the exact same as the next one you pull out. That's just how they are. That's their quality control, quality assurance is that good. They are regarded as being the best in that department. But 8 yards. 8 yards is crazy, right? 8 yards is a lot. You know, I mean, I'm not lying here. I mean, you look at the numbers. Numbers are the exact same, right? I mean, these are virtually the same, right? So these are virtually the same, right? So everything's the same. But that TP5 golf ball went farther by 8 yards. So you ask me why I play TP5 golf ball? 8 yards. That's why. That's one club. That's the difference between hitting 8 iron and 7 iron. Difference between hitting 4 iron and 5 iron, right? So that's the difference between hitting driver 8 iron versus driver 6 iron. That's how crucial playing the right golf ball is. You know, if you have 8 yards on drive, 8 yards with an iron, that's 16 yards on every hole. So on 14 holes that are par 4s, par 5s, that's 16 yards. What's 16 times 14? 16 times. Is that 350 yards? Ish. 350 yards in the course of 18 holes of golf? Somewhere around there? Somewhere in there? I don't know. Don't hold me to that. I can't do the math that fast in my head. So anyways, that's huge. That's a big number. Now, let's ignore golf balls and talk about equipment, right? Talk about clubs. If you're fit for your clubs correctly, that can also get you some more yardage. Okay? So, not necessarily telling you to go out and buy new clubs, but just making sure that your lofts are spaced appropriately apart, your lies are correct, and your shafts and heads match up well with your swing. So right there, again, you don't have to buy new clubs, but that's just something you can check to try and make sure that you're doing the club side of things correctly, okay? To make sure that you can get the most yardage out of your game, okay? Because if you make sure, hey, like if you make sure that you say, hey, this is the golf ball that performs best for me, you can take that into a fitting room, a room like this that does fittings, and they can build your clubs around that golf ball so that it performs best for you. Because if you play a certain golf ball, you go in there and they have a different golf ball, or just a junky range golf ball, that fitting is not going to be that great, it's not going to be that accurate for you. That's why when I practice in here, I'm using the same golf balls that I play with on the golf course. So I'm getting the same exact numbers. So I know what to expect. Okay? So, yeah, shaft, heads, lofts, lies, that matches up well. Now, what can you do as a person? What can you do to increase your distance, add some distance, get that distance back? Most importantly, you want to make sure your fundamentals are correct, i.e. ball position, i.e. alignment, and posture. Okay? Ball position, alignment, posture. Those three things are huge in terms of determining your how far the golf ball is going to go. Because if your alignment is crunky, i.e. like say you're aligned way over here to the left and you're trying to hit a shot, I hit that perfect. I hit that perfect, 193, but it still is going to go a little bit less than that great one I hit at 194. But yeah, that was actually really good. Look at those numbers. But if your alignment's bad and your ball position, say your ball position's too far forward, right? So I'll hit one. Ball position, like so with an 8-iron, I'm like ½ inch or so of center here. So say your ball position is 3 inches forward of center. I hit that great. Do you see how it went higher? And it flew 185 yards. So ball position's key. Okay, so if your ball position is too far forward, I hit that perfect. Okay, I hit that absolutely perfect. But it went 185 versus 193. So that's 7 yards. 7 yards? No, it's 8 yards. Sorry, that's 8 yards. So that's 8 yards different just with a couple inches of ball position. Okay, so make sure your ball position is correct. So we talked about golf ball, make sure the right golf ball. We talked about making sure your clubs are fit right for you. And we talked about ball position, alignment, and posture. Because those things can crush your distance. If you come out and you're not loose, and your posture's all hunched over, and you're kind of don't feel good, so you're too far away from the golf ball, that's going to throw everything off real quick, okay? So you want to make sure posture is right. And if you do all those things correctly, you're going to get some crazy improved distance holes. So once we hit those first couple and got loose, right, what happens? Man, through the roof, 193, 188, 188, 187, 191, 194, 186, 193, 185. And that 185 was a ball position that was 3 inches too far forward. Okay? So you start seeing these numbers just skyrocket, right? That's what we're going for here. That's what we want to make sure. That we're getting everything out of your game, okay? That's what we're about here at Tyler Dice Golf, helping you get everything out of your game. We're not teaching swing overhauls here. We're helping you get everything out of your game. So do the little things to help you improve on getting this extra distance out of your game. Okay? So let's check any more questions that came through. Any more questions? Nope, no more questions. Okay, so this one's going to be a short one. We'll end it now. No more questions that have popped through, so if you're watching this after I post it, after the live, ask your questions. I'll go ahead and answer them as I see them. I do check the videos pretty regularly, and I repost these videos on YouTube. So if you hate Facebook or you don't like scrolling through old posts on Facebook, which is sometimes difficult to do, I repost these videos with a similar, exact same headline onto YouTube, and you can watch them there. So again, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. We'll let you go, and we'll see you later.